Previously on Kingdom Corn. Guys, this was incredible. I just thought that I was going to die, but I wasn't afraid because I had this alien pulse rifle blaster. Wasn't nothing going to stop us this video. Cool. It is a miracle to be here today. Welcome back. This is Kingdom Corn. Ready. The kingdom is now officially lit. Yeah, thank you guys for being here for another cool video. It is going down tonight. We are in the world of Avatar. It is Kingdom time. This is Kingdom Corn. Man, I've been waiting to unbox this for a while. Some items I could just sit on it. I said it was hard, y'all. But here we are today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Now, as I get these boxes open, I want you guys, if you guys want to always be up on all the cool stuff that I got, I unbox any cool thing, whether it's Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anything that's cool that I like, I think it'll be fun. Then, you know, guys, I have to unbox it here so that you guys can also be up on it. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Without you guys here, the kingdom is not as lit. I hope you guys are doing well. I had a pretty cool day today. It is actually Sunday. I've been running around doing errands. Just kidding, y'all. I've been toy hunting. And I will let you guys know soon what type of toys that I found out here in the wild, because I actually did find some pretty cool stuff. One thing about these big figures, like, you can't cheat when you open them up, because you can't just slide them out of the pack. You have to actually break the little rubber bands. All right, yeah, awesome. Now, here are the figures outside of the pack finally. You guys can see the scale of this. It is pretty big. Actually, it scales just about the same with a regular 7-inch Mcfarlane figure. What that means or tells me is that they made this to the regular size standard, and then they just shrunk it down the actual action figure so that he can actually fit inside. But altogether, you're going to have a regular size Mcfarlane toy instead of the guy being bigger and this guy being more massive to accommodate him. And what do I think of that? Of course, it would have been really cool if the scale here was big enough to fit a whole entire 7-inch figure, but we all know that's kind of pretty unrealistic. If they did make a figure like that, then the price would just be off the charts. Everybody would be complaining, and it just probably wouldn't be good for retail. For a big robot such as this, I see that they had to get creative with the articulation. It is not a standard type of articulation because there's certain joints that don't go or don't move the same way that a regular action figure joints will move. I am going to get into that in just a second, but first we have got some accessories that came with this, and we definitely have to see about those. Here is an alternate hand, goes with a big old mech suit. There are no articulated fingers, and is really just a hunk of plastic. But yeah, he comes with this humongous weapon. It has got the sharp tip, and be careful with it because that can kind of pinch you. This right here, it kind of feels like real lead. If I look closely, like, it takes a lot for me to recognize that it's anything else. It doesn't seem plastic to me. It has some really good quality. Like, it is actually heavy in my hands whenever I do that. And also this strap is not a simple piece of plastic. They have all these details in it, and you can see all of the separate bullet pieces on here. They definitely made sure that you knew what this guy was about. And if you've seen the movie, he is definitely about the same type of business that they made these weapons for him. Now, my only thing is, I'm not quite sure how to strap this on, but once I get it in his hands, I can probably simply just go from there. But the quality here is excellent and amazing. Like, it is very sturdy. It is not anything that is flimsy. This thing is really heavy duty. I love just holding it in my hands for that reason. Sheesh. Yeah. As for this guy, I kind of don't know what his name is. I always forget. So if I refer to him as that guy, just forgive me. But his accessories, he has got a head with a mask on, just as in the movie, so that he's able to breathe in the other Avatar world. He also comes with a couple of little tiny baby hands. Hopefully I can hold on to and keep up with these, you know, with them being so small and all. It is a finger pointing hand, so you can point at stuff. And this is a fist hand. As you know, mostly every action figure has got to have a fist hand. There are some weapons that he also came with. There is this little pistol type of gun. Looks futuristic, not just the average pistol. And then he has got this more bigger heavy duty style weapon right here. I don't know the name of the guns that he has, but I think these are pretty cool. Of course, they are way more flimsy and less detailed than this bad boy here. Man, I love this. And it also comes with these shooting thingies. Of course, you're gonna put them on the end of your gun to make it look like he is actually firing some shots. I am going to maybe test that out and see just how good that actually works. Right. I tell you, for this big shot to come out of this, we know that this guy, once again, means business. He is a very violent dude. And here it is coming out of the other one. I got the little one on the bigger gun because assuming that this lets off more shots compared to one big shot. So that's how I can have these displayed. Hopefully he has the hands to carry this. I'm sure he does, seeing his track record. This guy also comes with a coffee mug. I think one thing that is pretty neat is I noticed the holster he has got here. I am going to go ahead and see if this thing actually works. Now, I will admit, I am not quite sure how it's supposed to fit in there, but I will tell you that one way or another, it does. However you want to get it in there, it is not really a big deal because, you know, with me not even knowing how to get it in there, it still fits in there however way that you want to do it. This figure, although tiny, he is built really nice. The level of detail, the paint, all of it is way better than you would expect with such a small figure. He feels very good and sturdy. You can tell, like, on the shirt that he has on, it is textured. It is not simply paint that was put over his body. I hope you guys can see those textures on here the way that I can. They have got some cool details on his head sculpt. If you notice, he has got those scratch marks on there, and on the movie he had those same scars. So you can see how good they pay attention to all the details. You guys may notice how easily that I am moving him around. The articulation is pretty excellent, except for his pieces breaking off, but I'm not going to worry about that since it goes right back on. Guys, the only thing I can say is that the articulation here is amazing. The leg clicks into place. It is very easily moved and sturdy. He has lots of foot movement, and it comes with this peg holder, so that way you don't have to worry about having to try to balance him on your own. Very cool figure. You see his tattoo right there. I think his arms are double jointed. dude, on such a small figure, is this not amazing? His legs are also double jointed at the knee. I am not seeing any ab crunch, but he has that really neat torso swivel that does whatever you need him to do. Yeah, this has all the articulation you would actually want out of this guy. It is an A+. This is an outstanding tiny little figure. And now, on to the big guy. Oh, yeah. One thing about me, I never really read these manuals. So as I try to figure out the proper way to get this hatch open, see, not too tough. There it is, open hatch. There is definitely some good quality here. It stays up. It is not flimsy or anything like that. You can tell that this wasn't made very, very cheap. They did it properly to make sure that everything was sturdy and that it would not fall apart. Earlier today at the store, I was gonna buy these small, about this size Dragon Ball Z figures to see if I could throw them in for this review, but I figured maybe I'll just do that on my own another time. They also have those small DC figures that's out right about now. I figure if you buy one of those, I think those will also probably fit in here really good and snug, and that way you have a cool mech suit that is good for a variety of different universes, and that is one of the main reasons why this is pretty good. Imagine putting my Dragon Ball Z or Superman inside this suit and use it against some other guys. I think that would be pretty sweet. How about y'all? Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this guy inside here to make sure he can do all the damage that he would ever want. There is a hole down in here, and with that hole, I assume you actually stand him up rather than sit him down. So if I have him like this, he simply goes down into the hole. Bam, just like that. Very easy, very smooth, and simple. Wow, how does that look? Cool, right? Nice. So here's the part that you may really want to know about. How good does this guy move? Is he maneuverable or stuck in one simple pose? Well, here are his arms. They go all the way around. Cool. They may swing out. Cool. And there is a swivel there. The only thing is how tricky that it can be, because if you decide you want to get him in a certain pose, instead of simply moving this out, you may have to do something like over here to get it all the way around to a certain way. I am still trying to figure out, well, maybe this is as far as it goes, as far as getting him like this. I can't seem to get his arm up like this, but it seems like with this little mechanism here, that might be the only way to move this forward or have him like that. So, like I said, it is kind of tricky, but I feel like it is very unique, and that is a cool thing. The leg clicks all the way up. This guy can sit all the way down on his butt. Way more articulated than Ed 209, who could not walk downstairs. As you guys can see, his big old foot is also on like some type of mechanism, like a ball, and it just rolls forward and back as you need it to. They definitely put enough articulation in this big guy to do, for the most part, as much as you really would need him to do. There you can see his torso swivel. If you ask me, I would say that this suit is pretty dang dangerous. Wow. So overall, as you guys can see with your own eyes, there is nothing really too bad that I can say about this. Yeah, the articulation isn't perfect, but I mean, it is a big robot. It costed $50, not $100. So I think that when it comes to big, cool robots where a guy can actually fit inside along with any other action figures that you may have, I think that that is a pretty decent and nice value. Look at that dude in there. I think he would tell you the same. Yeah, guys, check out this action figure. I like it. Yeah, I hope you guys also had a great time, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. You guys remember, anything is possible if you believe. Until next time, this is Kingdom Corn. You guys stay great. We are out.